Then after you have to press enter key so that compiler may read what you have pressed from the keyboard to execute the task of the input function. Hence, if you are using this function by using the syntax that I have currently written on the board here, the syntax is get ch. It will cause the compiler to stay in the execution screen. You have to type a character from the keyboard. But to execute the task of this function, compiler do not require pressing enter key after pressing any character from the keyboard. You have to press a single key from the keyboard so that compiler can execute the task of this function. And the key that you have pressed from the keyboard so that the compiler may execute the task of this function. The ASCII integer value of the character pressed by you is returned by this function. And when you want to perform the input of character value in character memory, the value returned by this function should be stored in character type of memory. Since it does not accept any argument, hence it has not the information about the memory in which the input value is to be stored. And for storing the input value by using this function in character type of memory, you have to call this function by using the syntax that I am going to write currently on the board. The syntax, appropriate syntax to call this function is you have to use this entire syntax when you will be calling this getCH function so that you can perform the input of character value in character memory. In my teaching life, I have seen that many of the students calls this function in the end of the function body before closing the curly brace. Many of the students calls this function and they say that to stop the execution string they have written the calling statement for the getCH function without using the appropriate syntax. The appropriate syntax is, and many of the students calls this function as getCH. There is no reason to stop the execution screen. Execution screen stops automatically whenever you have written a statement to call such a function that perform input of data in a specific type of memory or a specified type of memory. A specific type of memory or a specified type of memory. These functions perform input of character value. This function performs input of string value, and this function performs input of any specified type of value, and the specified type of value means you have to specify the type of the value that you want to store during the execution of the program by using the function that I have written here on the board. You have to specify the type of the value that you are going to store in certain specified memory whenever you are using this function to perform input in your program. Currently I am discussing about the syntax of this function, and I have discussed all the necessary concepts how to call this function in your program. And I have also taught you in this video lecture that this function does not require pressing enter key after pressing any key from the keyboard for its execution. It will get executed automatically when you have pressed any of the single key present on the keyboard. If you are pressing only enter key, this function gets executed. If you are pressing a key A, capital A, by pressing caps lock indicator on, and then by pressing A, then the task of this function gets executed and it returns the ASCII integer value of the character pressed capital A pressed by you. The ASCII integer value of capital character A is 65, and if you are calling this function by this syntax that I have written on the board here, then a character type of value will be stored by using this function in your program when your program is executing. Then next I am going to discuss about some important concepts of this function that I have underlined currently. The syntax of this function starts with, this is the declaration syntax of the system defined function, and this declaration syntax starts with int. Int belongs to the return type, and the return type of this function is int, means it returns an integer value. The proper name of this function is get CHE. Get CHE. There is no space between the letters of the name of this function get CHE, and this name has been formed by combining three English words. First English word is get, second English word is character, and third English word is echo. By combining these three English words, the name of this function get CHE has been created. Get means input, hence this performs input task. CH stands for character, hence this function performs input of character value in character type of memory. And when you will be using getCH function to perform the input of character value in character memory, then it does not write the key pressed by you in the execution string. It does not require enter key for its execution, and also when you will be pressing any key to execute the task of this function, then that key will not be displayed, will not be written, will not be echoed in the execution screen. But when you will be using this function to perform input of character value in character memory, then it also does not require pressing enter key after pressing any key to execute its own task, and it echoes, it writes it displays the key pressed by you so that the task of this function should be executed by the compiler. There is a difference between these two functions, getch e and getch, getch and getch e. What is the difference? This function does not echo the key pressed by you when your program is executing in the execution screen. But this function echoes the key pressed by you in the execution screen when your program will be executing. And also within the parenthesis I have written the word void, as I have already discussed. Void means nothing. This means that this function does not accept any argument, and hence you have to call this function in your program by using the syntax that I am going to write here on the board. You have to call this function to perform the input of character value in character memory by using the syntax that I have written here on the board. Then I am going to discuss about next function that I have written here on the board, that I am currently going to underline it. This declaration syntax of this system defined function starts with the return type int. This means that this function returns an integer type of value. This function returns an integer type of value. Sorry. The function starting from here and ending at here, including the function getChar and printf. All these functions have been defined in stdio.h. So you have to use a different header file name when you will be using this function to perform input of character value in character type of memory. The declaration syntax of this function starts with the word int, and int here refers to the return type of the function. This means that getChar function returns an integer type of value. The proper name of the function is getChar. This name has been created by combining two English words, get character. Hence, the proper name of the function is getChar, and in the parenthesis I have written the word void, and void means nothing. This means that this function accepts no argument. This means that this function does not accept any argument. Hence, as I have discussed in my previous video lecture, that before using system defined function, you have to remember some important facts about the system defined function that you are going to use in the program. And for using this system defined function, you have to remember that what is the return type of this function getChar. The return type of this function is int. The proper name of this function is getChar. There is no spaces between the letters of the name of the system defined function getChar, and you have to remember about the number and type of the arguments. But getChar function does not accept any argument. You have to remember that what is the task of the function for which you are going to write a calling statement in your program, and the task of this function is to store a character type of value in character type of memory. But as I have told you that this function does not accept any argument, hence it has no information about the memory in which the character value is going to be stored. But you can make this function to store a character value in character memory by writing the calling statement by using the syntax that I am going to write correctly on the board. The syntax to call this function in your program is, I have written here, the calling statement syntax for this function starts with char var name equals to assignment operator get char. There is no space between the letters of the name of the system defined function get char, and then parenthesis open and close. As in the declaration syntax, I have written that it does not accept any argument. So when you will be calling this function to perform its own task, you have to leave the parenthesis empty of this function. All these three functions perform input of character type of value in character type of memory. Next function that I am going to discuss in this class is int putchar parenthesis in the parenthesis int c. The declaration syntax of this function starts with the return type, that is here int. The return type of this function that I am going to currently discuss is int, and this means this function returns an integer value. I am going to make it clear. Although the output function may have some return type other than void, but there is no need to store the value returned by the output function. Why? Because when you are creating a program, then the statements required to create that program starts with the declaration of variable. Then after, you have to write the statement to perform input in certain memory. Then you have to write the statement in the program to perform calculation, and after performing the calculation, you have to write a statement to perform output that is required from the program. And the statement that you have to write to perform output of the data required by the program is the last statement of the program. I want to say that output from a program is the last task of the program, and after performing output of the program, you have not to perform any other task. You have to write the statements of the program in a proper sequence, and the sequence starts with variable declaration, then it goes into the next phase that is called as value required in a specific memory. Then next phase to write the statement to create the program is calculation statement, and next statement that is required to create a program is output statement, and no other statement is written after the output statement in the program. Hence, we have to leave the concept about the return type of this output function putchar. But I will tell you what value putchar function returns. As the return type of the function is int, hence it returns an integer value, and this integer value refers to the ASCII integer value of the character output by putchar function. Suppose you are going to use putchar function to output capital letter A, then if this function executes successfully, it returns the ASCII integer value of capital letter A, and if any error occurs during the execution of this function, then it returns EOF, the ASCII integer value of EOF. But there is no requirement to store the value returned by this output function. The name of the function is putchar. This name has been created by combining two English words, put and character. Put and character. Hence, the task of this function is to output a character value, and then after in the parenthesis I have written int C. Int C. You have to write the ASCII integer value of the character that you want to output by using this function. Suppose you want to output capital English alphabet A, then you have to write 65 within the parenthesis of this function in your calling statement of this function. The